Well, hello, welcome back to some Pressure XP Live, where we're trying to do some playthroughs of From the Ashes, basically doing a Reman character or a Romulan, depending upon how you're playing through this particular uh, playthrough here. Let's see here, we've got just finished exploring the flotilla and the helix. Pretty straightforward missions. Now we're about to do the Crossroads of Crateris. The Remans retreated to the remote Crateris system in the turbulent times after Shinzon's rebellion. Gain their trust, and you'll gain a new ally. So let's go ahead and pull that up. Okay. And many Remans settled on Crateris after the fallout from the Shinzon's rebellion. While they were safe from the destruction of Romulus and Remus, Crateris is a bleak world with little in the way of habitable land. There are ample mineral deposits, which the Remans mine and sell for food and other necessities, but their lives there are harsh and unforgiving. Anyone who can survive on Crateris for as long as the Remans have has strength. We could use that strength in our search for a homeworld, and I know the Remans have no love for the Tal Shiar. Go to Crateris, talk to the Remans, show them we are sincere and that we need their support. So, looks like we're going to Crateris system. Let me just see where I'm at. Somehow I'm away from Crateris. Where am I? I had Crateris. Where did it go? There it is. Crateris. Must have changed on me. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and get us on our way while I finish this up. So it looks like we get some experience here, and looks like we get an engineering console, which gives us some turn rate, and an engineering if we complete this one, and a bridge officer. And it looks like it's a Reman female, so and it looks like it's an engineer by the color here. And emergency power, project warp plasma, some decent, options here. So, okay, so let's go ahead and accept that.
Have to stop the Tal Shiar.
Gone to like one-word statements and whenever you accept a mission here. So let's see. Like I said, we're doing the Reman Romulans playthrough here. We're in the third one here. So Crossroads is at Crateris is where we're at. So Lieutenant 5, we're at Lieutenant 7. These are all things you want to kind of look at whenever you're, playing through or the playthrough here. And let's see, how many more do we have after this is finished? It looks like we got Casco's Blues, the search for the new Romulus, Turning Point, Neutral, no more. So, like 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got 4 more after this, so it's pretty straightforward. So, and let's pull up my inventory here. See if we need to do anything to our ship. Looks like we previously got, I haven't really done much with this one, so I don't know why I changed it out with that one. So go ahead and put that particular beam weapon on there. We don't really need any of the rest of this stuff. I'll go ahead and put that there, but I doubt we'll need it. And on my personal possession, go ahead and use this, shield here. So, begin Crossroads. All these are pretty close together, so just so you know. All the planets that are.
The Tal Shiar are approaching Crateris, and they've already engaged a group of Reman vessels in orbit. The Remans are sending out a general distress call. We have to help them.
Held them Kiev or put the ship on screen. Just put the ship on screen. The Tal Shiar are approaching Crateris and they're already engaging a group of Reman vessels in orbit. The Remans are sending out a general distress schedule. Hail the main view. Held them Kiev.
We're under attack.
Okay, to make us and any vessels. There has been an unprovoked assault on our colony by Shiar agents. They've attacked out, and we are suffering heavy. Please, your since I think we can kind of figure out what that means.
The Decimus is too heavily damaged. They can't respond to our hails. They won't last much longer if we don't help them.
Power weapons.
Right-click on a power to set it to auto-fire.
No thanks.
Press Alt and spacebar to fire all weapons, energy, and torpedoes.
I've already changed that binding, like I said in a previous playthrough. Lead the way. We'll follow the attack vector and provide support fire. Make sure no other things have come available here. It doesn't look like it so much. Nope. Although I do want to move this. I do want to unlock this. Move this over here. Because the rest of these aren't really handy. Evasive maneuvers. I kind of like having this distribution of shields here. It's like it, no matter what, it'll you know, try to rebound your shields a little bit. So I like that. Go ahead and put hazard emitters on here too. Okay, I think we're gonna go ahead and accept that. Tal Shiar didn't know who they were going after here. Pull up our map. So we got everything. We got a few helpers here. We got this guy targeted. Get a little closer and we'll do our little shockwave. Upgrade. And there's
Nearby and it needs our help.
what's those shields? As soon as those shields go down, throw that torpedo at them. It'll knock them into tomorrow. Looks like we got an upgrade here. What was this? A science console? We don't have a science console, so let's go ahead and equip it. It's going to give us more stealth. Improves cloaking, which is kind of useless at this stage. But hey, free is free. Reinforce structural integrity. Hail.
We need your help.
Thank you for your assistance. We're continuing emergency repairs, but most of our major systems are offline. The Tal Shiar sent detachments to the surface, and our colony is not responding. Two hails. With our transporters down and shuttle bay damaged, I cannot send a security team to investigate. The Tal Shiar have never been so bold. They plan to destroy your colony. How can they be so certain? It doesn't make sense. They've left us alone for years. What would they gain by destroying our home? We kept to ourselves, and we do not challenge the Tal Shiar.
With all due respect, we've seen this before. The Tal Shiar destroyed our colony on Virenat without warning. If we don't get your people off Crateris immediately, they'll be defenseless when the invasion force arrives.
Tavon is telling the truth. Invasion force, we aren't in any position to begin an evacuation. The head of our fleet, Obisek, and most of our ships are on maneuvers out of the system. They can't possibly return in time. Until we reestablish communication with the colony, our priority must be to protect the people on the surface.
Find Zeden. He will help you.
He resides near the communication tower on the outskirts of the colony. If we reestablish communications, then we can formulate a plan. We'll find Zidane. Let's see if there's any anomalies. I'll go check that out real quick. Do this to sort of show people what kind of anomalies, especially in early gameplay, you can usually find some decent, um, what do you call it, you know, particles or something like that on occasion. And, you know, I've noticed that they just don't show up as much in later gameplay, you know, in earlier gameplays and in earlier playthroughs. Sometimes you'll find upwards of like 8 or 9 in these maps, and sometimes they're rare or very rare elements, and they just give it to you early in the game, that so when you start getting into, let's say, upgrades and stuff like that, it could be very handy tool to have, and a very handy resource to have. So under R&D, it'll sort of throw things into here, and it doesn't look like I've had anything yet, so it'd be a good thing to sort of throw into the. Man, where is this thing? I'm at like high warp here, or high impulse. Oh, impulse on 85.5. Whew, man, I'm booking it. Yeah. Yeah, and it looks like it's a blue quality, so it definitely looks like it's going to be worth it. I don't know if I'll go for the second one here, but I'll definitely go for this one. Hydrazine gas. It's not bad. Because it only just takes a minute to come over here and scan it and do the little mini game. You just use your mouse to. So yeah, we got 5 hydrazine gas out of that. So I just wish when you did this scan, it would tell you what the distance was. That would be very handy. From the point of view of just being able to, if you're seeing if it's worth going after, it'd be nice to see if the scan told you what it was, or, what, what some of the benefits were. Hexafluorine gas. Can't speak. Okay, I'll go ahead and scan that one, since they're literally like almost next to each other. Yep. And that's a green quality, so that's nice. So let's go ahead and go back to the planet and see about beaming to the surface. Guess we went so far away. Why they had to put those all the way out here, I don't know. That beam up thing should click in here in a second. I'm kidding. If only we had a better impulse engine. Can't we just warp inside the system? A little short warp jump. Cloak. See if that does anything. Oh, beam to the surface. I like that. Those two are fine. Yes, we will. And at this phase, it really doesn't matter who you choose.
Find Zidane. He will help you.
Alright. Zidane is in northwest and near a force field, and planetary communications are disabled. You'll need his help to bring the transmitter back online. We'll do our best to keep more Tal Shiar from beaming down, but I can't promise we'll be able to stop them. Now, this map looks familiar to me. I've played through this once before, and it's like, I think this might have been near like kind of like the original map playthrough. Locates in. How about we avoid those guys? See if avoiding anything helps. being close to a shuttle bay or a shuttle can't hurt either. Centurion, give us the code. Don't worry, I will save you. Still,
Thank you, stranger.
I don't understand why this is happening. You're obviously not with the Tal Shiar. Why are you here and what do you want? Commander Tashai sent us to help you. Commander Kai, good. Well, follow me and then explain what's going on. We should get inside the security field before more Tal Shiar arrive. Right behind you.
Follow me.
Will do. My people? Good. Gotta make sure my posse or my crew are with me. Glad to see you're safe. Now tell us what's happening.
We need to know more.
It's clear that our colony is under attack, but why are the Tal Shiar doing this? Why attack Crateris? What are they after? It's an invasion. They're taking Crateris.
There's no reason for the Talshar to attack Crateris.
We've been an established colony for over 23 years. We are given permission to settle here by Donatora. Why would Tal Shiar attack a colony of their own people? They didn't give a reason when they destroyed our colony on Viranat.
So the rumors are true.
I told you, Father, the Tal Shiar have declared war on our people. They're going to kill us. They seem more interested in abducting people.
It doesn't make any sense.
We aren't a threat to the Tal Shiar. What do they have to gain? They don't do without anyone noticing. They can't do this without anyone noticing. Worry about that later. We need to evacuate now.
Evacuate? We must inform the council.
Who is going to listen to my order to evacuate? Obasek isn't here. They left Kin in charge. Why doesn't he give the order to evacuate? The Tal Shiar knocked out communications. Without the transmitter, we'll have to start contacting colonists individually. The word will spread, but it will take some time. Obviously, something is going on, but I'm not the one to order an evacuation. The fleet on the council should make that determination. Start contacting everyone you can. We'll check on the transmitter.
I'm going with you.
You'll need help if you're going out to the transmitter. I'm going with you. Maybe we can find Salamek there. We appreciate the help.
Varel, you should stay here. Let these people handle this.
We don't know the whole story yet. We need more information. We need to know what the Tal Shiar want. At least stay behind the security field until we hear from the council. Either way, we need to go.
Don't worry. I can handle myself.
Father, you can see what the Tal Shiar have done. They'll need my help to get the transmitter working again. We'll take some weapons and armor before we leave. Don't worry, I can handle myself. Okay, so let's go, huh? Take weapons and armor.
Press the U key to view your status or the
Oh.
status of your ship and bridge officers.
And see the R&D stuff we got from spaces right here. And under inventory, we got a whole bunch of new weapons. And it wants me to click this button.
Here you can see your equipped items and devices.
And these are our armor. Do I want health generation or maximum points? I'm just gonna go with maximum points. Oh yeah, that doesn't go there. Huh? Yeah. So we're going to put equip, and on him, go ahead and equip. So now we've got some stuff for our
Also view your ship's equipment.
main characters here, or some of our bridge officers. And these are some, actually these are very good weapons. They've got crit severity and crit chance, so I'm going to take one of them. Crit severity. I want crit chance. I like crit chance. Equip. 55. I like crit chance. And I don't want that. I want this. And right here, we're going to compare these. 55. These are going to definitely be better weapons to have. And this is going to be a better weapon to have. Yep. So, now we've all got some decent weapons. And does anyone need a shield? Nope. And now we are all equipped. Ready to go. So, now, what are we doing? What's our... Go to the transmitter. Pull up the map, M, and that's going to be all the way back the way we came. I want to try to avoid things. I do kind of like the look that these, are the of the clothing that they gave the Remans. You know, it's like they have a kind of a only word I can use to describe it is maybe a bat-like appearance or something like that, and it's just kind of an interesting, choice on the, the clothing and stuff. So each civilization seems to have its own unique clothing design. So since this is the first time I've played the Reman, I'm like, oh, this is kind of neat. These new options have opened up. The map. Well, it looks like we're gonna have to fight someone. And if you crouch, you should get a bonus on things. If I uncrouch, you'll see. Oh, that's Selmac. Oh, never mind. Too late. But if you hit C, which is crouch, that's should give you a bonus. Examine transmitter controls. Speak to Selmac.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, I know that guy. Viral, you found me before those things did. I tried to repair the transmitter, but it was pointless. As you can see, the controls are completely destroyed, but it looks like you found some new friends. Can we bypass the transmitter controls? Didn't you hear me? The controls are destroyed. The transmitter is worthless. Yes, I heard you. You're not helping. What if we set up a bypass relay? If it works, we might be able to control the transmitter dish from Ziden's shuttle, or even our secondary console at home. We could also try my Crateris. It's possible, but I don't think it would work. We need to do something.
I have an idea.
You have an idea, huh? Try to set up a bypass relay on the controls. If you can get it working, then we'll head back to my father and see if we can access the transmitter from here. We'll cover you. Some damage beyond repair. See, if you can see right now, it's giving me like 10s, like 10 damage, some 20s. But if I crouch,
Where are those things coming from?
it will regularly give you, 50s, 20s. See, I'm getting a 50 now occasionally, when that was not happening. Looks like I'm in a grasp or something, plasma. Let's see, I'll uncrouch for a second.
I told you it probably wouldn't work.
Try to contact. See, that's not a good sign.
We should head back.
to my father and see if he's heard any news. Agreed. Follow me. Look up. Look up. We've got to get out of here now. Yep. That's a bad sign.
We don't know. It attacked our colony on Virenat.
Is that thing? I don't know, but and now they're attacking here. We need to warn other colonies.
Believe it or not, that's what we're trying to do.
See, now I'm regularly getting like 10s and some 30s. Oh. This early level, it's always good to grab whatever loot you can. Can be very helpful. No guarantee though. Oh, it's definitely best not to pick fights
We're gonna
though.
need a new plan.
I agree. Flank. Attack from the back or the side. They're very handy.
Were you able to repair the primary transmitter?
I set up a portable transmitter relay and gathered as many neighbors as I could, and I'm glad you found some hack. We need to evacuate immediately.
I'm not going to argue.
Our security field is down and the Tal Shiar are attacking the colony. Hopefully everyone who hasn't already heard the message will realize what's happening and evacuate. There are more people on the outskirts of town. If I can get to them in the shuttle, I may be able to get them to safely. We can beam everyone here up to them. We can beam everyone here up to our ship.
Understood.
Please make Viral
Take Viral
with you. I'll take Selmac with me to help scan for survivors. We'll rendezvous in orbit.
I should go with you.
It took me weeks to repair the shuttle's drive system. If something goes wrong, you'll need me there.
You'll be safer on their ship.
Selmac can help me if we run into trouble. I'll broadcast the coordinates to every shuttle within range once we're in the air. Now go. We need to look for survivors. Beam up. Escorts into shuttle. Alright, map. Let's see if there's anything interesting going on. There's gas, but I'm not gonna like some. I should probably escort.
We will rebuild.
Sir, the Reman civilians are safely on board. If you've done everything you can down there, we could use your help back up here. More Tal Shiar ships are entering the system by the minute, and I don't think that Decimus can hold them off forever. Okay. Well, hold on. Let's just say not now. It's always a good idea to follow along the storyline, but beam up.
Our new world will be free from fear.
Well, beam out.
The Decimus has engaged the Tal Shiar and is forming a wedge so we can get the shuttles to the beacon. The shuttles will be relying on us for protection. Without our help, they'll never make it out of here. Zeden's shuttle was one of the ones that made it to the ship. He's hailing us.
Open a channel.
We're in position.
And ready to make a run for the beacon. Is my daughter safe? She's aboard. She'll be safe.
I'm making myself useful.
The singularity core on the ship is practically an antique. I'm keeping an eye on the power levels to make sure we don't blow apart in combat. Don't forget to put all the shuttle's power into the shields.
Don't worry, my child.
It was the first thing Selmek did. Tell the lieutenant that when we reach the beacon, we'll await the signal to warp to the rendezvous point. Once we're all safe, you can transfer back to the shuttle. Set course. Okay, so what's the plan? Wow, that's a lot of ships. So, I mean, oh, I guess we're supposed to destroy all of them. Oh, I don't need to. I'm gonna need to move the cloak button. But that's one of the nice things about the battle cloak is you can actually, you know, cloak while in the midst of a battle. Only a few enemy warbirds remaining to protect the shuttles. We've broken the blockade. All ships fall into formation. Okay, pull up a map. Yeah, we're supposed to go over here. A mystery ship. Mystery ship? I mean mystery ship. Reach nav beacon.
We need your help.
We're reading an unknown ship near the beacon. It appears to be a battleship. If it attacks, our ships will be completely outmatched. Are you able to scan the vessel or determine its armaments? No, but we've seen similar ships before. They're emitting some sort of passive scanning field. We cannot get a weapons lock in our singularity core. Power levels are fluctuating.
I have an idea.
I'm noticing the same power level variations. The field is definitely emanating from the enemy vessel. If I tap into the beacon's controls, I may be able to send a high frequency proton burst that should disrupt the field long enough to get a weapons lock. Fire the burst on my mark. Being boarded. Torpedo target. Try to stay behind the enemy ship. It has a deadly frontal assault. Okay.
It's not exactly easy when it keeps jumping around.
Hull integrity below 50%.
Okay.
Rear shields failing. Right shields failing. Left shields failing.
on there. What's he doing? It looks like they had some kind of drain on me. At this early level, if you blow up, don't matter. You just respawn. Okay, now let's see what kind of, green loot critter, as they call it in the game. We got two of them. Science and medical. Close. Hill. There's no response. Zind Salamak?
They've taken everyone.
I've scanned the shuttle, sir. They've taken everyone. Everyone. Even my... How did we miss something? How? Did we miss something? Logs showed that a cruiser warped in during the fight with the battleship, stayed at long range, and then decloaked briefly. They warped away less than a minute later. They must have taken the colonists from the shuttles while we were in combat. I'm sorry,
We
Burl.
must go after them.
We need to track their trajectory and follow them. They could still be alive, and we can catch up if we hurry. Stefan, do we have any data on their heading?
Nothing. There was too much interference from the battleship. I wish I had better news, but we have more pressing matters. The Decimus is hailing us, and we need to get out of this system while we still can.
We're aware of the situation, but we have to set a course for the rendezvous point immediately. There are other Remans there who will need our protection. After we regroup, we will have time to fully understand what has happened here and to mourn our losses. Join to Datan's fleet. We are stronger together. We appreciate the offer, but that isn't my call to make. I'll relay your offer to Obasek and the rest of the fleet, but for now I think it would be best if we go our separate ways. When we understand more about what the Tal Shiar are after, perhaps that will change. Thank you for your help. I know you tried your best. Good luck, Captain.
I'm coming with you.
I don't need anyone's permission. I'm coming with you, and we're going to find my father. In the meantime, if you expect to keep a ship this old from blowing apart at the seams, you're going to need an engineer. Good thing I'm here. Welcome aboard.
I think we've done everything we can here. We should report what happened to Tamer. We can leave whenever you're ready.
Okay, well, I'm going to hold off for a second. Scimitar Dreadnought. So basically we just avoided that, so there's no need to go in and fight anything right at this point. So yeah, let's go ahead.
I think we've done everything.
Let's go ahead and leave the system. So these are all pretty straightforward. A lot of them are just, storyline driven. Not a huge going on. A few, battles and conversations. A lot of talking at the moment. So, hail Tamer orders.
We're counting on you.
Okay. Crossroads to Crateris. We will reach out to the Remans, but it will be difficult to get over centuries of mistrust and abuse. Perhaps if Obasek is willing to speak to us directly, it might make a difference. I know you did your best to help them and that the attack could not have been anticipated. I'm very concerned about the sabotage you reported, however, and that the culprit was never found. The Remans may very well have a Tal Shiar operative in their midst. We will not win every battle, but we will win the war. Count on that. Julan True. So we got our expertise and engineering console and impulse engines, a new bridge officer, and some dilithium. So all good rewards.
Congratulations.
And there we go. I'm not sure why Sela is telling us congratulations. And General Sela, whatever her name is. So, okay. So, there we go. And the next one's going to be Gasco Blues. So, okay. Well, I think that's all we've got for the moment. So, that is our playthrough for, let me just pull it up just so we can have Crossroads at Crateris. And beginning to end, it looks like it took about 40 minutes, but that's probably more because I was doing all the voiceovers and everything. Probably go through it in about 30 minutes if you really, went through it pretty fast. So I will pull up the inventory real quick. It looks like we've got some good rewards. So it looks like we're starting to even out our uh, it's all perception stealth. Yeah, looks like we're evening out our ship here with some of our armaments and some of the rewards that they're giving out. So a lot of them aren't that great, but in the beginning it's going to be a little rough as far as with the equipment you have and stuff like that, unless you go out and buy it and stuff like that. But we're not really at that point in the game. So, well, at this point, that is going to finish up this playthrough. And that's all I've got. So, thanks for watching. If y'all got any comments about how I'm putting this together or any other things y'all would like me to do in the playthroughs, just to sort of help with some of your, playthroughs to help you through the process, just go for it. And, Lord willing, I will see y'all next time.